What's up? Today I'm going to give you 3 lessons I've learned after making $200,000 in revenue with dropshipping at only 17 years old. And I truly believe that everyone can make it, and that's why I really want to share this video so that you can get started and actually don't make the same mistakes that I did. My first big lesson is that you have to focus more on your customer experience, and it doesn't even matter if you have the most beautiful website, if you have the perfect offer, if you have great ads. Cool, you will make some money. However, if your customers have a bad experience when they order from you, if you have slow shipping, if your product quality is bad, they will never ever buy again. And that is something which you can avoid, right? That is just because you have been lazy, right? That has nothing to do with with something that you cannot influence. You absolutely can influence how often your customers are buying from you, and also how much they like your product and the whole experience around it. And so your dropshipping products actually die because word of mouth is working against you, and people are actively sharing their experiences negatively with your brand. And so that's why people don't order. That's why your costs of acquiring new customers rise faster than the normal increase in CPMs. And if you've never thought about that, then this is your sign to actually start really taking your customers seriously and actually viewing this as a business, because your product should be everything. You should have a perfect product and a perfect experience, and that's how you can get customers to come back 2, 3, 4, 5 times and leave and have so much money per customer that you can then reinvest for new customers and actually build a family and scale to insane numbers just by having an amazing product. Honestly, it's not 2016 anymore. You just simply cannot really rely on having a bad product, on just shipping some bullshit or not shipping at all. You can't do that anymore. We're really living in a time where it's super competitive. Everything is very, very quick. We're very fast nowadays. Everything is super difficult and already high quality. And so if you want to compete in e-commerce on a long-term thing, and I mean by long-term more than 3 months, then what you have to do is you have to have an amazing customer experience whenever anyone orders. You have to give them more than what they order. You have to have very fast shipping. Lesson number 2 is that being unique wins, right? Be different. Everyone is super good at the basics. Everyone knows how to do product research. Everyone knows how to do ads. Everyone is kind of capable of making a website. However, that's not the hard part. The hard part is actually learning how to think and how to be unique. And unfortunately, that's something which I cannot teach you through this video. That's what no YouTube video can teach you. You have to actually go ahead and do that yourself. You have to be creative. You have to sit down and actually start thinking, and that is something which no YouTube video on this planet Earth can teach you. And that's also why it's so difficult and why so few people actually make it, right? It's because only the few people that actually sit down, take the time to learn how to think, to actually put in this extra mile of sitting down and being so creative, being super creative, and not getting anything for it in return. And that's basically it. The longer you're ready to actually sit down and do the work, do more than everyone else around you for less the output, for less in return, the more you're going to win later on. This is all going to compound and everything is going to be worth it. Unfortunately, you kind of have to combine a very high quality with a very high volume of your work with patience, right? So patience is something which I've personally been struggling with all my life, and I am pretty sure that most of you guys do that too. However, that is something which you have to learn, and you have to be patient. Like, if you do everything at a super high volume and you get better every single time of doing something, you increase your leverage over time again and again and again. You still have to do that for months, even years, to actually see great results. And so that's what we have to do. It. Trust me, it's going to be worth it. I know it's super hard, but this is just what it takes. And lesson 3 is kind of something which I already mentioned, and that is basically volume and the speed of implementation, right? And so volume wise, I would definitely advise you to just take the volume or the inputs of the hardest working person you know and just double them. Double the inputs of the most hardest working person you know. And if you do that for a long enough period of time, obviously not only once a month, but really every single day for years, then you are going to learn so quickly and improve so quickly, grow so quickly, that your results and your bank account will grow accordingly. So if you're not at the level yet that your skills are at a point where you can be profitable, and you're still kind of learning, you have to put in more volume. I'm telling you right now, I don't know you personally, but I do know that if you're not where you want to get at, you don't do enough volume, you don't work enough. There are people who have committed everything to this, and you sit there, dude, for an hour a day, maybe not even every day, and think you're going to get any results from it. It's not going to work. All right, you have to be extremely consistent with a very high unbalanced volume. And speed of implementation is the other half of it. Every time someone better than you gives you advice, you implement that immediately. You implement that into your business as soon as possible, because at the end of the day, that is what's going to make you money, right? You have to be very quick. And that's a very common trait, which I've seen a lot of successful people have, is they implement everything super quickly. The time delay between an idea and actually having that idea executed is super short. And so that's the one. And if we turn that around, I've seen a lot of unsuccessful people, or just like people who got into dropshipping and quit after not a long enough period of time, is just that those people got into dropshipping, got into ecom, and were just too slow. They were just slower than everyone else. Even if you are smart, I don't care, right? It's not about being smart. It is only about the speed of implementation, about your volume, and that is it. If you do these two things, eventually it has to work. Try to combine that with being 1% better every single day, and you'll be good. All right, guys, with that being said, I hope you've learned something from this video. Thank you so much for watching. I wish you a fantastic day.